Hello and welcome to another late night coding session with Rune. Today I'm going to show you how to start a Rust project completely from scratch without having really anything installed. Can this focus? Thank you. Okay, so let's dive into it. As you can see, I have an empty folder right here. I'm working in a dev container, which is essentially a completely new installation. So I can really show you that I really don't have anything Rust related installed. I don't really have anything. Okay. So to get started, you're going to want to have the Rust toolchain, right? It's a Rust set of tools that you're going to need to build Rust projects. You can get them from rustup.rs. You can see it right here. On Linux, you'll get this command right here. If you're on Windows, you get an executable, right? That's just going to create Rustup for your system. We're on Linux, so we're going to copy this command right here and we're going to run it in our terminal. Now we don't have curl, so let's just update our package repository and make sure that we install curl. Now curl is a very basic tool to get files from a web server somewhere, right? So essentially what we're doing is we're getting this install script from this website and piping it straight to our terminal. So essentially you can ignore all of what it says here. It says here download installer, welcome to Rust, and then a bunch of stuff that you don't need to know because you just want to get to coding Rust. So you're going to type 1 to proceed with a standard installation, and then it's going to download the standard components for you. There's really only one that's important to know about, which is Cargo. You're going to get very familiar with Cargo. Cargo is the program that's going to manage your project. Cargo will be the main guy that you talk to if you want to add stuff or build stuff in your Rust project. So you're done. It says Rust is installed. Great. So you might be wondering, you might be eager to try Cargo or Rust, but you can't yet, right? Because this installer, it added some stuff to your system. But our shell that we're in right now, it's not really up to date yet, right? So all you need to do is you restart bash, and then you can actually see that you do have access to Cargo and Rustup, right? The tool chain. So this is Cargo. This is going to build your project, and we can already get started by typing Cargo init. When you type Cargo init, you initialize a new project. And in this case, the project will get the name from the folder that you're in. So you can see that we're in the Rust from scratch folder, and the project will get the name Rust from scratch. Ignore the rest. You don't need to know what it is. And we'll get a source folder with a main.rs, which is the main extension of Rust files. And here is some basic code that's going to print hello world to the console. Now, before you go ahead and program stuff here, you're going to want to install some extensions. Because as you can see, when I hover over println, it doesn't show anything, doesn't tell me what's going on. If I type something that's invalid, like an unended line, it's not going to scream errors at me. And as programmers, we really want that to be aware of what we're doing and what can and cannot be done, and to gather a lot of information on the fly. So we're going to install the extension for that. And so you go in VS Code, if you're using VS Code, you go to your extensions tab, and then you just type in Rust Analyzer. Okay, and then we're going to install it. And be aware, after installing Rust Analyzer, restart your VS Code. It's very important because you're going to run into a bug. Namely, if you run any of these tasks, it's going to say cannot find Cargo, right? Because we just installed it. Just so we need to restart our VS Code. So it's going to take a little while. And now we can actually run our program. Ooh, we don't have a linker. So in this case, you probably do have it, but we can install it by installing GCC. So you just install it. GCC is basically like the big C compiler. And a linker is just like a part of the building process for your project. So we installed GCC, and now we have a linker. So now we can press run, and you can see, hello world, it runs. You can also do it from the command line, which is likely what you're going to want to do. Cargo run will actually run the project. And this is all you need to know. From here on, you can just program whatever you want. So now you can see we get the errors, right? Because we installed Rust Analyzer. So now you type some valid Rust, and then you can see we get errors, we get information about types and stuff. If we hover over, say, this macro, println, it will give us examples on here. This is all stuff that Rust Analyzer can do for you. So from here on out, you can enjoy running Rust programs. So yeah, that will be it.